Hi, I'm Lauren Andersen, Avon's global celebrity makeup artist, and today I'm going to show you how to get a holiday glam look. I have already prepped with Avon's A New Vital Day Lotion and applied her foundation, which was Avon's Ideal Flawless Foundation. The eye that we're going to create today is going to be a smoky eye using the Avon True Color Quad in Chocolate Sensation. I'm applying the number 3 shade all across the eyelid and kind of stopping at the crease. You can work with this shadow wet or dry, wet for a more dramatic look and dry for a softer look. The next step is to use the number 2 shade out of Chocolate Sensation with a blending brush in the crease. And I go back and forth in the crease, blending up to the brow bone. The next step is using the number 4 shade from the Chocolate Sensation palette, and I'm going to apply this towards the base of the lashes on the outer corner of the lid. Sort of like a little triangle in the outer corner, and then soften those edges. And you can go back in with a blending brush just to make sure everything is smooth and seamless. Taking your time to blend is what makes a really great smoky effect. So the next step is to use the number 3 shadow again, but this time I'm using it underneath the eye. With a little tight wet brush, painting the lower lash line. And you want this to be soft, so you just keep going back and forth, with little strokes, blending it out. The next step I'm going to do is I'm going to use the number 1 shade in the Chocolate Sensation palette, and I'm going to go back in and highlight areas that I want to be a little bit more bright. So I'm highlighting the inner corner of the eye, and also right underneath the brow bone. So now that the shadow is done, I'm going to go ahead and line with Glimmersticks eyeliner in Cosmic Brown. Gently lift the lid. You can go a little bit thicker in the outer corner since we're trying to pull focus outward and upward, about halfway, and then where the lid peaks, we go thinner towards the inner corner of the eye. Now I'm going to take the Glimmersticks and line her lower lash line. And I just kind of stretch the skin slightly and gently down and get the liner right in those lashes. So for the final step in our smoky eye for the eyeshadow palette, I'm going to take the number 2 color again with an angle brush. I'm overlapping the eyeliner with the number 2 shade from the Chocolate Sensation palette, which is this really great metallic-y brown. So it's fun for holiday because it has a lot of shine to it. The next step, I'm going to use Avon's Big and False Lash Mascara. I lift the lid and I get right underneath the lashes, as close as I can to the base, distribute the product, and comb it through. Big and False Lash Mascara gives you a really full, voluminous lash. Mascara is one of my essential favorite products, and it's vital to this holiday look because it really opens up the eye and gives you that extra boost to your makeup. I like to do the lower lashes last because there's less product on the applicator. Just really gently touch the lashes because you don't want too much product on the lower lashes. There's this misconception that smoky eye means black eyes or silvers or charcoals, but smoky to me is more of an effect of blending light to dark. And I chose to work with a neutral palette that has a little bit of shine that I feel like anybody can use. So the eyes are done. I'm just going to define the cheeks a little bit with Classic Aura Blush. Just starting right underneath the cheekbone and pulling it upward towards the temple. You might want to add it a little bit to the hairline and just like a little dab right underneath the chin just to warm up and break up the complexion a little bit. Because this is a holiday look, I want her to sparkle. So I'm going to teach you a little trick, and you can use the number 1 eyeshadow from the Chocolate Sensation palette and just use it as a highlighter on the tops of the cheekbones. Now for the lips. I'm going to use a lip liner to start. It's Glimmersticks Lip Liner in Brick Red, and I'm going to line the lip and also fill it. This will give you a longer lasting lip look. So I'm starting at the center of the upper lip, making a symmetrical Cupid's bow. And I'm just lining the top rim of the upper lip. And then I kind of take it down and feather it. Lip liner is great for keeping the lip color in place and gives a nice defined edge. So to complete our holiday look, I'm going to use Beyond Color lipstick in Revenge to fill in the lip. So I start in the middle and then I kind of taper out right to that edge. This color is really beautiful. It's a nice deep red The liner that we used beforehand is going to keep the product in place and also make it slightly brighter. I like to use a brush when I apply lipstick because it gives me a really precise application. So because we chose to go neutral on the eye, I wanted to go a little bit bolder on the lip, especially for our holiday look. Our holiday look is complete. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you like the look.